Hey y'all, it's Nicole. I'm back with another short web development tutorial for you. Today I'm going to show you how to add a background overlay to the images on your website. This is useful, especially when you don't want the colors of the image to be so intense, usually because you want to add some kind of text and make it more readable. Usually in a hero image with, big bold H1 or whatever, if you have a white background with white text, that's not going to work very well. So adding a background overlay can help your text stand out. So I'm doing this tutorial here in CodePen. You can use whatever development environment you want to. I just like using CodePen because it's easier to show code and everything is just kind of set up for you. So, if you want to use CodePen, just go to codepen.io and create an account. It's free. There are paid versions, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to start as always, by setting up the HTML. So the cool thing about CodePen is that you can use shortcuts, just like you would with other development environments. A lot of different code editors have different shortcuts and stuff. It's really cool that you can use that in CodePen as well. Okay, so I'm going to title this overlay, if I can spell. And then we're just going to put a div here and we're going to give it a class of hero. That's all we need because that's all we're doing. And as for the CSS, we're going to start with the DOM because we want this image to not have any padding or margins around the edges. We want it flush with the window. So we're going to put a padding of 0, margin of 0. Okay, that takes care of that. Now for the hero image, we're going to make the height, 500 pixels with auto. Okay, now we're going to put in a background image. Okay, so we're going to let's go to pixels and see what we can find. I want to use a photo that's horizontal. And it's at least a little bit colorful. We'll use these ladies here. So with CodePen, unless you have the paid version, you can't download an image and use it. So what we're going to do is just get the image address. And we're going to go directly from there. So we're going to put in the image address. And that should pop up. So we're going to fix this here. Fix the size. And then we're going to position this as relative, and you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, now for the overlay, the easiest way that I have found is to use the before with it. So usually when we use pseudo like this, you have to, it will not show up unless you have something in the content. So we're going to set the content like that. And then we're going to position this absolute so that when you position something absolute, it positions it relative to its parent container. And that's why we set the parent container, the hero, to relative. So now we're going to position it. It's because we want it to cover the whole thing. Okay. And then we're going to set our background color. This is we're going to set it at black with 0.5 opacity. So black is 0, 0, 0. And then your opacity is going to be 0.5. So yeah, so we have the image. You know, if we wanted a little bit more of this to show, all we would have to do is change the height of the hero image. You know, we could do that 600 pixels if we want to, and it'll show a little bit more. And because our overlay is positioned, you know, relative, because our overlay is positioned absolute, it's gonna, the size of it's gonna follow the size of the container here, especially since we have our left, right, top, and bottom set to 0. So that is one way to add a background overlay on top of an image. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, leave me a message in the comments down below to let me know that it helped. It helps me to know what videos to make for you guys and what not to. So I will see you next time.